Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. A newly blonde Steff. I am just getting back from the hairdresser and this is what we were able to do while taking out all of the purple. That was definitely a process. Both my hairstylist and myself didn't expect my purple hair to last as long as it did, but we were both pleasantly surprised. I had so much fun with my purple hair. I got so many compliments on it, but I needed a change. I needed a change for fall and winter, but you can rest assured I am not done with those fun colors. I'll definitely be doing another fun color sometime next year, but I'll be blonde. I'll be blonde for a while. I might even venture into a little bit of red. I like to go red in the winter, so we'll see. But for right now, I'm an ashy blonde. It's gonna stay that way. And let's jump into today's video, because today I'm going to be reviewing, creating two looks with the Sapphire Palette for September from BH Cosmetics. This little beauty retails for only $9 and it's available right now on the BH Cosmetics website. That is the only place where you can get these monthly birthstone palettes. Now, to my knowledge, the rest of the months are all still in stock, so I will have them linked in the description box of this video in case you are wanting to check any of them out. I will say when I saw the color story, I love the color story, but this wasn't necessarily what I was thinking of when I thought of sapphire. Now, I know sapphires come in a multitude of different shades, different variations, but for me, when I think of a sapphire, I think of like a navy blue or maybe even kind of bordering on a royal blue. And to me, I'm feeling a lot of purple leaning blues in this palette. I do enjoy a good green shadow, so I'm very happy to see that, but I'm not mad about the color story. I just don't know if it's completely what I envision for sapphire, but I have already swatched this palette, so I will be showing you some swatches that I did indoors of this palette. That way you can see what they're going to look like on a fair to light skin tone. And of course, I will be creating two looks after that, and then giving you my final thoughts, my review, and whether or not you need to add this palette to your stash. Again, it's only $9. I'll have it linked in the description box of this video, along with the other makeup products that I am using, both on and off camera. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's dive into it, guys. If you all want to see the new Sapphire for September palette from BH Cosmetics in action, keep on watching. Alright guys, I've already primed my eyelids and I'm using the Glamlight Cosmetics Icing Eyeshadow Primer, and it is in the shade Classic Vanilla. Alright, so let's dive into Miss Sapphire here. What do I want to do? I want to use the green, but let's see. I think I'm going to start off with this shade right here. This one is called Sympathetic. And then I'm going to deepen it up with Organized AF. And then maybe I'll do Confidence on the lower lash line. Let's see how that goes. But I'm going to start off first with this shade, and I'm going to start building that in the crease. And I'm using a rephr 15. Guys, don't forget that the rephr sale, which is 40% off everything on their website, it ends September the 10th. You definitely, if you've been wanting to get rephr, if you've been wanting to try these natural hair brushes, this is a fantastic time to do so. They don't always do these types of sales. Usually I've only seen like a few products in the concept store at one time, but this time they're giving us all the products, and it's at 40% off. So definitely a good time to try the brand. If you haven't done so already, I stocked up on a couple of my favorite brushes. I think I ordered 3 or 4 brushes, and then I got their new brush cleaner for free since the order I placed was over $50. So you can get the same deal as well. I'll have it an affiliate link in my description box in case you want to check that out. This shade is beautiful. This is really pretty, and it looks purple in the pan, but I think it's coming off as a blue on my lid, which is exactly what I wanted. That's pretty. I'm trying not to over blend it too much, trying not to have it migrate north, because I kind of just want to keep it right where it's at. I'm just building this up in the crease. That looks nice. That's really pretty. Really pretty. Now I'm going to take a rephr 14 and I'm going to pick up this shade right here, and this is going to be what I'm going to use to build up the outer corner and the crease. Now I kind of feel like I'm getting a little bit of Passion in Paris vibes from these two shades together. And of course, I'm going to show you guys some comparisons of other palettes that I have, more particularly like BH Cosmetics palettes. That way, if you, maybe your birth month is not September, and so you're like, well, I don't know if I need the September one. You might already have these shades already within one or across a couple different palettes. But I mean, for $9, you get free shipping on them too. And I was surprised. I'm surprised that I got this so fast, because usually for me, I normally don't pay for fast shipping with these particular palettes, unless it was like last month. I did do a giveaway last month for the August palette. So of course I did pay for the fast shipping just so that I could, you know, get it really quick. But this one I didn't. I'm really happy. I'm happy that I got it within less than a week of ordering. Okay, so these two shades blended out so beautifully into one another. Like, wow, that's pretty seamless. Talk about an improvement from my last BH Cosmetics video, which was trying the Iggy Azalea collaboration, which I feel bad for Iggy. I don't think BH Cosmetics did her collection justice, and I'm hoping that their round 2 is going to be so much better. Like, no, that collection for me was a flop. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this as it is. I think it's beautiful. This blend, the pigmentation, amazing, amazing. Now what I wanna do is I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm gonna take that along the lower lash line. And I'm taking this on a rephr number 26. This was one of the brushes that I ordered another one of. And I ordered another number 13, another 14, and a 21. I had never tried brush 21. It's really similar to this one that I used from Morphe. And I've heard a lot of good things about that particular brush, so I wanted to try it out. I think I ordered another one of these. I know for sure I ordered the 13, 14, and 21. I want to say the 26, I also included it. I don't remember. My order hasn't shipped out yet. I love this combination of blue and green together. I think it's so pretty. And even though these are more jewel toned, it's stunning. This is the good BH Cosmetics quality, not like what was in that last video I did. This is good. I love this. Okay, now we need to do something on the lid. I think I want to go in with, I know I'm going to use the pressed glitter just because I want to use all of the shades in the palette. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply Sporty, and I'm going to show you what it looks like first, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glitter on top of that. And I'm using that Morphe brush, the M124. I am going to spray it. Oh, wow. That is a beautiful shade. Now, of course, you could have cut the crease. You could have added a little bit of concealer. I don't always do that, you know. Sometimes I just, like, I can achieve the same kind of look without having to do that. So it's just one less step. But if you really want the shimmer to pop, I would recommend doing that. But this shimmer seems to be popping all by itself. I'm gonna add a little bit more of Organized AF, which is that dark shade. Just right here. Very, very nice. I'm gonna take a little bit of Sporty. I'm gonna use that on the inner corner as well. Okay, so you could very easily leave the look the way it is. You don't need to add the pressed glitter, but since we always get a pressed glitter in these palettes, I'm gonna add a little bit, and I think I'm gonna use some glitter glue today. This is the one I use. This is from NYX. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that. I'm just gonna use my finger to tap it on. And I'm gonna just keep it right here. I don't wanna take it too far into my inner corner. Now I'm gonna pick some up with my finger. Ooh, that's pretty. And what I like about BH Cosmetics glitters, I know I've said this before, but maybe this is your first time watching one of my videos. Hi, welcome. I think they have a really good formula because on their own, BH Cosmetics glitters, they have a little bit of tackiness to them, a little bit of stick to where if you don't have a glitter glue handy, you might not need it. But I had one here and I tend to never use it, so I wanted to use it on camera. But look at that. I think that is so pretty. Again, you don't have to. Glitter is optional, but I think that looks really good. I'm gonna add some liner and mascara. I don't think we're gonna do lashes today. Liner, mascara, and then I will come back to show you the completed look number 1. All right, guys, so this is the completed look number 1 with the Sapphire Palette. What do you guys think? I am loving it. This is the BH Cosmetics quality that I want to see across all palettes. I think this is beautiful. The pigmentation of the shades that I used, spot on. Beautiful. I love the added pressed glitter. I really think that was a nice touch. You don't have to do that. I realize pressed glitter is not for everybody, but this just takes it up to the next level. Makes it more evening, more party, more going out. Maybe you'll wear this look during the day and you'll wear it without the glitter. I would wear it both ways during the day, at any time of the day, just because I love makeup so much and I love playing around with it. I added a little bit of the Benefit They're Real mascara. This is one of my favorite ones from Benefit. For the lower waterline, I went in with NYX Epic Wear. This one is in the shade, it's something teal, Intense Teal. That's what I have going on down here. And for the upper lash line, another one from NYX. This is a liquid liner, their Vivid Brights liquid liner. And this one is in the shade Vivid Sapphire. So it goes perfectly with this palette. And that's all I did. So let's jump over to the left eye and start creating look number 2. Okay, so for look number 2, we definitely need to incorporate these 2 shades since I haven't dipped into those yet. So I think I'm gonna do something a bit dramatic. Well, we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna start applying Organized AF all over the lid. And to apply this shade, I'll be using a BK Beauty 203. Now just look at the pigment. I mean, that's just that initial dip into the shade. And it's definitely packing on so well. I think I would have liked this shade a little bit better if it was more of a navy blue. I feel like there might be a little bit of green in the shade. But still a nice shade, and I still appreciate that it's in the palette because this is what you'll use to darken up your looks. This is what will act as a matte black shade. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna take a a clean rephr 13, and it's very clean. I shampooed all my brushes a few days ago. No additional product, and I'm just gonna blend these edges. Kind of want to keep it like a round shape out here. I might need to go in with a little bit more of this shade. I feel like I need to bring it up a little bit. Let me go ahead and do that right now. Right in here. Going back with the rephr 13. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of product with this rephr brush just for right out here. Okay, so far I am liking the way that looks. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This shade is called Cool. And I'm gonna use that little Morphe M124. I am gonna spray the shade. And I'm gonna apply it all over the lid. Wow. That's pretty. Got a little bit of fallout there. Yeah, so I would say this has been the only shade to give me a little bit of fallout, nothing major. That's beautiful. Going back in with that rephr 13. No additional product. I like that. I like that so, so much. Okay, now let's go into Sapphire. This is the main shade of the palette, and I'm going to work that on the lower lash line. I'm going to use a damp rephr 26. Now this shade definitely looks purple to me. And seeing as to how it's the main shade, I don't know. But, you know, I guess sapphires, they do come in all different shades. So I guess this is what felt best represented sapphire. I mean, I like the shade, don't get me wrong. I don't know, I guess I was expecting something more blue. Same rephr 26. Now I'm going to jump into Sporty, which is that silver shade, shimmer shade, like the one I have right here. We'll apply that to the inner corner. I'm going to drag some down. Now same brush, I'm just going to clean it off. I'm going to pick up a little bit of Organized AF, and I'm going to run that really close to the lower lash line. All right, guys, I really like the way this came out. This was easy. This was an easy one to do. I'm going to add some liner mascara, and I'll be right back to show you look number 2. All right, guys, so look number 2 is complete. I added some more of the same Benefit mascara. For the upper lash line, I went in with my favorite black liquid eyeliner from Wet n Wild. This is the Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. And then for the lower waterline, I went in with 2 LA Girl Shockwave liners. And these are both the purple liners that they have. This one is in shade Sequins. And then I went over it with this one. This is the Neon Shockwave. This one is in the shade Vivid. And that is the look. I'm really, really liking the look. We officially used all 7 shades that are in this Sapphire palette for September. Now let me give you guys my final thoughts and some comparisons on this palette. All right, guys, so let's talk about the overall performance of this palette. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't run into any issues creating either of these eye looks, and I only ended up getting fallout from one shade, which was over here on the left eye. I believe the shade was Sapphire, but it wasn't anything major. I was able to just flick it away with no problems. I think all of the shades in this palette are absolutely beautiful. They blend out, they pack on. They are just that amazingly great BH Cosmetics formula that we have all come to love and enjoy. Again, I don't mind their pressed glitters. I think they actually make one of the best pressed glitters, but do know if you pick up this palette, maybe it's going to be your first in this Birthstone series, they all come with at least one pressed glitter. Now, I do enjoy the color story very much of this palette, but for me, I feel like it wasn't exactly a sapphire palette, even though I know, and I've said this before in this video, sapphires do come in other shades. But I guess for me, typical, you know, sapphire, what I'm thinking of, what I have in my head, I'm thinking more royal blue, more navy blue, and I kind of feel like this palette leaned a little more purple. Of course, I love the green in there, but you know, maybe I just have more to learn. I need to learn more about sapphires and investigate what shades they actually come in. But for me, I've just always assumed blue, navy blue with sapphire, but I'm pleased with the color story. I think this is a really pretty purple leaning palette, and I don't mind it at all. Now, let me compare it to the February Amethyst palette. So when I think of amethyst, obviously I think of purple, and these are more like pink leaning purples. And here you can see the two palettes up against each other. Definitely more pink, more warm tone versus the September, which is more purple, blue, more cool tone shades. But I think these would make really nice complements to one another. So maybe you already have February, maybe consider picking up September. You might like that little combo as well. And then I pulled Aquamarine, which is for March. These don't have really any major similarities, with the exception of this shade right here. It's kind of similar to this shade. It's kind of like maybe a mixture of these two shades, this one in the Aquamarine palette. But if you did pick up the Aquamarine, you might want to consider using it with the Sapphire palette for September. And then in this video, I did mention when I was creating this eye look that it was giving me Passion in Paris vibes. So this is the Passion in Paris palette. You will see that there are some blue and purple tone shades in here, and there is a green shade in the Passion in Paris palette as well as there is in the Sapphire palette. And I want to just quickly swatch those two shades if I can. First, I'm getting the one from Passion in Paris. I'm just going to put that one back here. And now I'm going to take the one from Sapphire. I just want to see how similar they are. So there you can see, this one is Passion in Paris and this one is the one from Sapphire. It's kind of similar. You know, I honestly think that once you get them on the eye, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But those are the ones that I remember being a little similar to each other. And let me also compare the Sapphire shade right here to this other shade that's in the Passion in Paris. Okay. So right here, this one is from the Sapphire palette. This is the main shade. And then this one right here is from the Passion in Paris palette. So definitely more purple leaning in the Sapphire and more blue leaning in the Passion in Paris. I think if you already have the Passion in Paris palette, you can definitely create some similar looks that are in the Sapphire palette. But I think they would both make really nice complements for one another. This one is $17 and then this one is $9. So really not that bad, less than $30 for two amazing palettes. And then finally, I wanted to pull out the Blueberry Muffin palette. This one also has some blues and purples in here as well. So let me see, let's compare. And actually I already see the shade Cool right here. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that. Let me do that one right here. So this is the one from the Sapphire palette. And then I'm gonna swatch it against this shade called Tempting in the Blueberry Muffin. And there you can see similar, but not identical. Okay, you have Sapphire at the top, the Blueberry Muffin at the bottom. And then the silver shade, which is called Sporty. This is the one from the Sapphire palette. Let me compare it against Hot and Fresh, that's in Blueberry Muffin. Almost spot on. Now I'm gonna get Sympathetic. This is from Sapphire. And I'm gonna go in with So Good from Blueberry Muffin. Wow, those are super similar. So actually, if you have Miss Blueberry over here, I don't know that you would necessarily feel the need to buy Sapphire. I mean, you don't have the green that's in this palette over here in this one, but really similar, right? I actually thought this one was going to be more similar to Passion in Paris. I didn't think it was going to be as similar to Blueberry Muffin, but I think definitely this one and this one have the most shades in common. Alright guys, so that completes today's video trying out the new Sapphire palette for the month of September from the BH Cosmetics Birthstone palette series. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think about this palette? What did you think about the looks I created? Are you team 1 or team 2? Definitely leave it in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated guys, drink your water, cheers, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.